Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we will learn about India's physical divisions. First of all, those who are new to this channel, please like, share, comment and subscribe my channel. Physical divisions are complementary to each other. They are important in their own special way. India is a land of high mountains, mighty rivers, fertile plains, extensive plateaus and dense forests. India has distinct physical features that broadly divide the country into five broad divisions. First, the northern mountains. Second, the northern plains. Third, the peninsular plateau. Fourth, coastal plains. And fifth, islands. The northern mountains. High mountain ranges run along the entire northern boundary of India. It forms an arc-shaped chain that acts as a natural barrier against foreign invaders. These mountains protect our country from cold winter winds from north and cause rainfall. The mountain chain covers a distance of about 2,400 kilometers. Karakoram Range. It is the northernmost range of India. The highest peak of this range is K2 or Mount Godwin Austen. Mount Godwin Austen or Mount K2 is the second highest peak in the world and highest peak in India with a height of about 8,611 meters. Himalayan Ranges. Himalayan range lie to the south of the Karakoram range. The Himalayas are among the youngest mountain ranges on the planet and consist of mostly of uplifted sedimentary and metamorphic rocks. They are fold mountains. Fold mountains are formed when the layers of the earth's crust are folded by compression. Let's perform an activity in order to understand how fold mountains are formed. For this activity, you need 5 to 10 hand towels, 2 shoe boxes or rectangular boxes. Lay 5 to 10 hand towels on flat surface and place 2 shoe boxes or rectangular boxes on each side like shown here. Now push the shoe boxes towards the center as shown. Wrinkles will develop and fold on top of each other. This activity shows us how fold mountains are formed when forces move towards a common center. I guess now you have understood how fold mountains are formed. Himalayas consist of 3 parallel ranges with deep narrow valley between them. From north to south, these ranges are the Great Himalayas or Himadri, the Lesser Himalayas or Himachal, and the Outer Himalayas or Shivaliks. World's highest peak, which is Mount Everest, with height of 8,848 meters high, is found in this Himalayan range. Many rivers originate from the Himalayas. The most important among these rivers are Ganga and Yamuna. The Northern Plains. The Northern Plains are a large stretch of level and fertile land. The Northern Plains are important for the economy of our country as agriculture is the main occupation of our country. It is a vast low-lying region with alluvium deposited by rivers Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra and their tributaries. Tributaries means river or stream flowing into larger river or lake. It stretches for about 2,500 kilometers from west to east. This plain is also known as Indo-Gangetic Plain. Do you know why the name has given Indo-Gangetic Plain? Because these plains have been formed by the alluvial deposits of the rivers Indus and Ganga. This is the reason why we call it Indo-Gangetic Plains. The northern plains are among the largest plains in the world. This plain comprises 3 sections: the Indus Basin, the Ganga Basin, and the Brahmaputra Basin. The Indus Basin. It is drained by the river Indus and its tributaries, which are Chenab, Jhelum, Ravi, Beas, and Satluj. The river Indus rises beyond the Himalayas near Lake Mansarovar, which is located in Tibet. Then it flows north-westwards and makes a U-turn towards southwest before falling into Arabian Sea. Most of this plain lies within Pakistan. Some portions located in India are in Punjab and Haryana. The Ganga Basin. Most of the northern plains lie in this region. The Ganga Basin drains Uttar Pradesh, northern Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, Haryana, West Bengal and Rajasthan. The river Ganga rises from Gangotri Glacier in the Himalayas. Ganga is the holy river of India. Yamuna is the biggest tributary which joins it in the north besides Ghagra Sea. Chambal, Betwa, Son and Damodar are the other tributaries joining the Ganga from the south. The rivers Ganga and Yamuna meet at Allahabad and the confluence of these rivers is known as the Sangam. Confluence means merging into one. It is a sacred place for Hindus. Kumbh Mela is held here every 12 years. The Brahmaputra Basin. It drains the eastern part of the plains. Assam is drained by Brahmaputra and its tributaries Subhasiri, Bharali, Manas, Dhansiri and Tista. The Brahmaputra river rises near Lake Mansarovar from where it flows eastward parallel to Himalayas in Tibet as Sangpo. In Tibet, Brahmaputra river is known as Sampo. The Ganga and Brahmaputra rivers join in Bangladesh. These two rivers together form the Ganga-Brahmaputra Delta or Sundarbans, a major part of which lies in Bangladesh. Ganga-Brahmaputra Delta is the world's largest delta. Delta means a triangular land at the mouth of a river. The Peninsular Plateau. The Peninsular Plateau lies to the south of the northern plains. It is the oldest structure of Indian subcontinent. It is in the shape of a triangle and is mainly made up of hard igneous and metamorphic rocks. There are two distinct parts of this plateau, the Malwa Plateau in the north and Deccan Plateau in the south. Malwa Plateau. The northern part of the Peninsular Plateau, bounded by Aravalli Range in the west and Vindhya and Satpura ranges in the south, is called Malwa Plateau. To the west of Aravalli is the Thar Desert. Deccan Plateau. Deccan Plateau lies to the south of Vindhya and Satpura ranges. Deccan Plateau is bounded by hills on the west and east. The western hills are called Western Ghats or Shahids. Hills part of Western Ghats, Satmala, Nilgiris, Anaimalai and Cardamom. There are many east-flowing rivers in the Deccan Plateau. The longest of these rivers is the Godavari, which is also known as Ganga of the South. It makes a large delta before flowing into Bay of Bengal. The Mahanadi, Krishna and Kaveri are the other major rivers which flow into the Bay of Bengal. The eastern hills are collectively called Eastern Ghats. Coastal plains. The coastal plains are very important for India because the coastal plains help in foreign trade as many ports and harbors are situated here. The coastal plains lie to the west and east of the western Eastern Ghats. The plain in the west is rather narrow except in Gujarat. South of Gujarat, this plain is called the Konkan Coast, and further south it is known as Malabar Coast. The eastern coastal plain with many large fertile deltas is much broader than the western coastal plains. The northern part of the plain is often referred to as Northern Kirkars, while the southern part is called the Coromandel Coast. Eastern coastal plains are broader due to the formation of deltas by the four rivers, which are Godavari, Mahanadi, Krishna and Kaveri. Islands. Two group of islands which are part of India are, one is the Arabian Sea and the other is Bay of Bengal. The Lakshadweep in the Arabian Sea off the coast of Kerala are the group of small coral islands. Many of them are uninhabited. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands in the Bay of Bengal lie to the southeast of the Indian mainland. They comprise about 550 islands. These islands are actually the peaks of submerged volcanic mountains. They include the Barren Island, the only active volcano in India. Andaman and Nicobar Islands are separated by a channel called the 10-degree channel, which is around 150 km wide.